John Kernan.
And it is Father's Day, of course, and with his son Anthony, Tony Schumacher awaiting the semifinals. He'll take on his teammate Antron Brown. And Tony, you and I talked earlier this weekend about bad luck, adversity that you guys have gone through, but you hadn't pointed fingers at anybody. Is it turning around today, you think?
Well, I hope so. I mean, we're running good. You know, we qualified 8. The first run out in qualifying, we broke the pulley on the blower, and it's just, you know, you get a little behind the 8 ball where you got to run first, and it costs you qualifying. But on race day, it makes no difference where you're at. You got to run better than the car next to you. That's a fact. And we're running as strong as any car out there. We run ahead of our teammates, so we can share a little information. Spencer went out and ran real good too. But the fact is, there's 3 DSR cars out of 4 in the semifinals. That's great for my father. It's still Father's Day. We're going to go out, do a great job with Dixon out there. We got to eliminate him so one of us DSR cars win. But for the Army, you know, we obviously want to win for all the fathers, all the military fathers out there doing their great job.
And speaking of the Army, 236th birthday this weekend.
And I had a little cake to that. Cruz Pedregon, they finally have the car off the track. Now, Mike, he put fluid on the track. They've got strict new rules. He will go on to the semifinals, but he will suffer a penalty.
Yeah, I mean, they'll penalize him, and a big penalty might be lane choice, but it doesn't appear that the lanes are that big of a deal here right now.
Well, the good news is that's his first time to do it, so he has a freebie, no penalty.
Wow, that was a big explosion. I guarantee you something internally broke in that engine, because you didn't see any cylinders out. It didn't give any real big indication. Usually when you're driving, you'll feel just an instant before it does it, the car will just kind of lay over, and you don't even, about the time you're thinking about getting out of the throttle, it explodes.
Gary.
With Cruz Pedregon, my, that is a big boomer. Tell us what it feels like when it happens so quickly and so unexpectedly.
Yeah, I thought I was going for a ride, you know, a worse ride than it was, but I'm glad to get the win, but definitely heard it. That's what all them Snap-on franchisees work hard, all 3,500 of them, so we can pay for this stuff. This is an expensive break, but...
How expensive, Cruz?
Oh, I don't know, 20, 30,000 probably, but, you know, we're out here to win races, and, you know, we're running this car hard, man. We press the envelope with this Snap-on Wix car, and it's going to do that once in a while, but Tasca was the #1 qualifier, great friend of ours. But for Toyota and everybody that's involved with this car, this is a bad hot rod right here, but we just want to keep it going. We barely made it up there, too. We
had to change the body, right?
We had to change the body, but it turns out, let it all be known that the body wasn't the problem. We ran over something on the racetrack. So, you know, for my team to make the turnaround like that, I've got a great group of guys headed up by Danny DeGennaro and Scott. I just really thank them and Snap-on, man. This is how you do it. But as an owner, I'll be sweating this one next week, but we'll be all right.
Thanks, Cruiser.
A lot of work for that team to get that thing turned around and